I think it's too weak to go to just simply run a full discard deck. Warm-hearted woodsman. I'll just run the same squad and the same pages and see if I need to change anything. Okay, so what is this? Dense forest. If the character has warm heart at the start of the scene, all librarians restore light to max. If the character... What character? Each scene targets the character with the most light. Oh. When attacking, all dice gain power equal to the amount of light the target has. When attacking, all dice gain power. Amount of light the target has. Upon defeating another character, restore 20% of max HP and gains 3 stacks of warm heart. If the character has no warm heart at the start of the scene, becomes staggered. Hard Haver. At the start of the scene, if the amount of warm heart is 0, the woodman calls this character. Calls the character. Okay, I don't get it. Targets the character with the most light. Right, that doesn't matter for now. When attacking, all dice gain power equal to the amount of light. Okay, so even though this says 5-5, 5-5, it's probably gonna be 8-8. And what does this help me? So why do I want the trees to stay? Oh, okay, I see. Upon defeating another character, recover 20% of max HP and gain 3 stacks of warm heart. That is the caveat, I guess. I'm thinking I don't need to worry about any of these cards except for just focusing on one tree and killing it. Killing one tree as soon as possible. I don't think it matters. Clashing, right? It has to, like the defense dice, they don't do anything unless they're clashing. Okay, I'm gonna see. Oh. He always calls the one I'm targeting? I see. Six to 8. I can get 5 to 8. Actually, let's do this. And then 6 to 8. I have 9 to 19. That's totally counters that. I'll do this. And this, sure. I'm confused. I'm actually I don't know what is going on. This only raises the maximum roll. Alright, and they get increased by the light value as well. Okay, I'll go for tailoring here then. Can't grab the lumber, so I have to deal with this lumber. This is he's rolling way he's faster than me, so I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. Yeah. God, finally. The light one doesn't do anything. Since I recover light after staggering an enemy. Oh, the warm heart doesn't go down. It can only go down by okay, it can only decrease by me hitting it. Oh my god. This is really tough. I don't understand. This goes here. Actually, wait. So this goes here. And this goes here. Okay. My god. Fuck. Fuck me. There's no way. Oh my god, I feel like there's no freaking way to do this. Let's try this off and then I'm gonna see what really happens. So he rolled a 6, rolled a 3, rolled a 4, 3 to 9. Okay, so it increases the top damage, the max damage. Okay, 2, 3, 7. Okay, that is stagger resist. I mean staggered resist. Warm pulse, right? Okay. Warm pulse. Right, I have these things. Actually, let's go for this. It's 47, 29, 16. This is so like these trees are just actually annoying because I have the yeah, this. Okay, I can do this, I guess. I think I'm just gonna go brute force it down. Deep drag. I will act first. There it is. Yep, just brute forced it. Whew. This place is filled with the scent of coffee, as always. Yeah, so to summarize that fight there, I think you can just kind of fight it like normal. Because you always have light, you don't really need to worry about light generation. It's just more about card draw, and obviously, like the enemy gets strength from you having light, and also from them having the warm heart. But in the end, as you see in that fight there, in the end, I still didn't really manage to get his warm heart to 0, so I don't really know how to do that. Could it be I just don't know, like so I feel like I countered some of the warm hearts, won some of the warm hearts, and then like he still didn't, his warm heart meter didn't go down, so I don't really know what happened there. And even though I lost a character, I still managed to win that. So it's actually not that difficult. You can just basically brute force it if you play your cards correctly. Welcome. Today's blend is Indigo Mountain. Wanna have a try? Sure. The tastes of coffee aren't all the same. It's determined by a number of factors. Starting with where it was grown, how long it's roasted, when you stop extracting the flavor, and how finely the coffee beans are ground also play an important part. The acidity and sweetness depend on the size of the particle. It's a pretty delicate drink, huh? I just drank whatever they gave me. Wouldn't you say that it resembles the denizens of the city in a way? A person's identity and values can vastly differ based on where they were born and raised, whether it was the back streets or the nests, and what district of the back street it was, along with how rough their background was as they grew up. In the streets of music, you may grow into a loser if you can't strike a single chord. In the streets of food and flavor, you might end up being an ingredient. It all depends on the rules of the plantation. That makes sense. Wait a second. You might grow into an ingredient. Nice. So you're saying each person has a different flavor? That's something a District 23 resident would say. You haven't been brewing coffee out of guests, have you?
낭만이 없네.
Not much of a romanticist, aren't you? I'll take that as a joke.
나도 반 농담이었지만
I
말이야.
was half joking, alright.
뭐
Though you never
무슨 일이든
know,
일어날 수
anything
있으니까.
could happen.
서로 다른 곳에서
The
만들어진
technique of
커피를
mixing
하나로
coffee of
섞어주는
different
걸
origins into a
블렌딩이라고
single
해.
cup is called blending.
블렌딩을 통해
Through blending,
아무리
even
질려진
low
커피라도
quality coffee can be
풍미를 낼수
given a
있지.
nice flavor.
사회학은
So sociology
blending과
is a
닮았어.
lot like blending when you look at it.
온갖 사람이
It's a study of
잘
managing a
섞여
society
살게 하는
of all kinds of people are blended
그럴싸한데?
together. I guess that works. It's that's Roland. It's a study of managing a society where all kinds of people are blended together. I guess that works.
그렇지?
See? And when you
그리고
blend
어떤
coffee,
블렌딩
you pick
방법이냐에
out
따라
the beans you
걸러지는
want
재료들이
and
있기
filter away the
마련이야.
unwanted ones.
하지만 커피
Unlike
콩과는
coffee
다르게
beans though, people
사람들은
have their
욕망이
own
있어서
desires too.
원하는 블렌딩
So they try to
머신으로
enter the
스스로 가보자.
blending machine they want.
이왕이면
I'd rather go to a
고급스러운
more
세상으로
luxurious
가고 싶은
world,
거지.
in other words.
갈려나가는 것은 똑같은데 말이지.
Even though they're ground into powder all the same.
그래서 좋은 커피 콩들을
The city and the
얻기 위해
nest keep
도시와
listening to
둥지는
the people,
끊임없이
all
속삭여.
to get the good beans to come over.
가장
They want
거대하고
supplements
개성 있는 맛에
to
섬세하게
delicately
채워줄 보충제가
to
필요하니까.
delicately complement the grandest and the most unique flavor.
인생의 가치는
This is
이곳에
where you
있다.
can find the true value
오롯이
of
잘
life.
사는 모습을
They make a
과시하고
they made a
걸러진
parade.
패배자의 모습을
They make a
보여주지.
parade of they make a parade of nest dwellers' prosperity and comfort, right next to the miserable scene of losers who were filtered away.
그렇게 모두
That's how
홀려서
everyone is deceived
자신이
into
파는
selling
거야.
themselves.
거짓이라 해도 뒷골목에서
Even if it's a facade,
삶이
it's
나은 건
true that
사실이야.
life in the nest is miles better than life in the back streets.
그럴까?
Is it really?
날개들은 말
The winds
그대로
are constantly
사람들을
grinding
커피콩처럼
people up,
갈아놓고 있는데
almost akin to coffee beans in a coffee factory. No?
저마다의
Every
날개는
wing paints
자신의
its nest
둥지가
as the
가장
most
아늑한
comforting
곳이라는
place
깃털들을
in the world
모집해.
in an attempt to recruit feathers for itself.
둥지 안에서의
A
정책은
different set of
날개마다
rules are
상이하게
enforced in
다르고
every nest,
뒷골목은 그
and the
정책에
back
맞게
streets
뒤틀리다.
distort according to those
모두가
and the back streets
거대하고 달콤한
distort-
거짓말에
distort
젖어 있어.
according to those policies. Everyone is soaked in the greatest and sweetest lie.
지금 자신의
They convince themselves that what they're doing is for the best.
최선이라고 믿는다니.
Convince themselves? There's nothing to
그게
convince.
최선인
It is
거야.
for the best.
뒷골목 삶에서
There's
벗어나
literally no
나에게
better
유사해
option than to leave the
안정적인
back
둥지의
streets,
삶을 보내는
join a
것.
wing, and
이
spend a
이상의
stable
방법이 없어.
life in the nest.
그렇다면 블렌딩
Then
방법은
who
누가
gets to
정하는
decide how to
걸까?
blend people?
아니,
No.
블렌딩이 필요한
Is it
걸까?
even necessary in the first place?
골라내는 것이 필요한
Do we
걸까?
really need to pick out certain
각자
people?
자신이 내는
Can we
향대로
just
살면
live as
안
we are,
되는 걸까?
as our own flavors?
속 편한 소리 하네.
You're talking like
의문을
it's so
품으면
simple.
한도 끝도
Questions
없어.
like that won't get you to anything other than more questions.
그런 걸까?
Is that so?
그런 거야.
It is so.
커피 잘 마셨어.
Thanks for the coffee. I'll be going now. I mean, it's like the theory is there, but when it comes to like the basic necessities for survival, like food and shelter and water and all that stuff, people like they will do anything to survive. So it's like you might think like, oh, just live your own life, but if they can't really have anything to eat, how can they live their own life without anything to eat? And then they need food. People need to have their basic necessities, survival stuff, like all figured out before they can even think about like all this. Like the most recent issue in the world right now is like it's the global warming, climate change, and all that stuff, sustainability, like all the trees and whatnot. But like my argument is that in the poor countries, they're just trying to survive. That's why they have all these factories, so there's the pollution and stuff. But they're trying to generate enough food, generate water, and all the things you need for everyday survival. And that's why they have all these factories, all these like farms and whatnot, so that the government can provide enough food for its people. If people can't even survive, can't even eat, how are they gonna like, they can't really do anything about sustainability, because like, who cares about sustainability? Who cares what the earth will be in like 100 years from now, when I can't, when I quote unquote I will be dead in like the next year, in the next 2 years, or even like I can't even live for another week, and then like I need the food right now. Who cares about the earth when I can't even live? So that's why I think like this whole issue, like the thinking is here is like a bit flawed. It's like the people who are like higher up, who have all these like all the money, all the like houses, like the politicians, they have everything. They're advocating for like the climate, for like everybody thinking for themselves, like for like individualism and all that stuff. But individualism comes at the price, and it's like, if you can't survive in the first place, if you don't, like right now, like the housing market is really high. If you can't even afford to pay rent, and you're like homeless, like how many homeless people actually cares for the earth? Not very many. Anyways, so we have Chesed, Gebra, and Tiferet all at 2. Alright. I think, okay, I'm ready to do this, but before I do continue with the story, I'm gonna do some general imitations for some of the key pages that come with the, like, that might be better than what I have right now. So send. Let's go.